Hello and welcome. You are watching Artist Voices, when we believe it's essential for artist voices to be heard. And we are pleased to have our three wonderful musicians and artists here at Western Michigan University School of Music Dalton Center, Greg, Rosanna, and Faith, to learn what does it mean to be a musician in the 21st century. Thank you for watching us. And Rosanna, I would like to start with you. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us what's going on?
Absolutely.
What's going on at School of Music?
Sure, yeah. So my name is Rosanna Eckert, and I teach at the University of North Texas. That's in the Dallas area. And you know, our School of Music is thriving. It's one of the largest schools in the world, and for music. And in the music scene, I tell you, what we try to do, and I know you all do that here too, is try to prepare people for a life in music and give them all kinds of skills and versatility so they can take any opportunity that comes their way.
Thank you. Greg, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Greg Jaspers. I'm the Director of Vocal Jazz here at Western Michigan University and Director of Gold Company.
And tell us what's going on here at the School of Music all this weekend.
Well, yeah, I can tell you what just happened. We just finished our third show of Songbirds in Spring, Gold Company's 44th, well, the show in Gold Company's 44th year, student produced, written and arranged, and lights, cameras, singing and dancing, solos, features. It was really a wonderful time. And Rosanna was our guest songbird, so she flew up from Dallas on Thursday night to spend the rest of the weekend with us, and we're really excited that she's here.
And this is your 44th year, correct?
Yes, of Gold Company.
Of Gold Company.
Not my 44th
right,
year.
The program.
Right, yeah.
And I know that each program has a certain theme. So what is the theme of this year?
Well, the theme this year was Songbirds in Spring, and it was a theme decided on by the students, and because we were in Women's History Month, they wanted to create a show that elevated the voices of women and non-binary people in our program, and also people who we celebrate, like Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan and Shaka Khan, and we had some spoken words, so we heard from Brene Brown, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, lots of inspirational people as well. So it's been fun to work behind the scenes and look at all of the people that we admire, and especially the women who have contributed so much to the history of this country, and we expect will continue contributing to the future of this country.
That's great. Thank you, Greg. And Rosanna, you mentioned you're from Dallas, Texas.
That's right.
So how, this is your first time, right, in the show?
Yes, here in a Gold Company show.
Yes, in a Gold Company.
This is my
So what
first
do you
time.
feel and what was your experience?
Well, I'll tell you, this was an exciting experience. It's such a big production. Oh my gosh, all the lighting and the blocking and the variety of music. It was such an entertaining show with so many different emotions. It was truly an honor to be asked to be part of it, and I loved every minute of it.
And Greg, what you already talked that this is the month of history, but what you trying to tell to the people through your music?
Through the music of the show?
Yes.
Well, I think we're trying to communicate a lot of things through the music of the show. The piece that Rosanna sang was a piece in honor of people that we've lost, especially during the pandemic, and we know that a lot of people have lost loved ones in the last couple of years. We want to communicate the hope that we all feel. Spring is here. Well, almost. There's some snow outside right now, but so we started with Brand New Day because we feel very hopeful about coming out of this pandemic and knowing that there is more life ahead of us. We want to communicate the sheer creativity and energy and talent that is a part of our student body here at Western Michigan University, because they wrote all of these arrangements and did the choreography, and gosh, we would need 2 hours for me to talk about what we're trying to communicate, but it really, yeah, so many different things, yeah.
Welcome back to Artist Voices. For those of you who just tuned in, we are here at Western Michigan University School of Music, Dalton Center, to learn about what does it mean and take to be a musician and artist in the 21st century. And I would like to continue with you. And could you tell us, we all see this beautiful performance, but what work was input to this show?
Oh my gosh, there was so much work that had to be done for this show to happen. I think it's a combination of work that's happened over years and years and years. You know, the tradition at this school, all of Greg Jasper's long years, you know, as a professional musician, all of my years writing songs and working on my instrument and performing, and all the students and everything they have learned up to now, and then all the work that the students did. I think Greg said that they were assigning jobs to various people, and so it was a real group effort to try and get everything secured, from the program to the social media to the tickets to the lighting to the dress rehearsals and the choreography. It's just so much work to put a show like this together, and I think it was a huge success, and they should all be so proud of themselves.
Greg, what kind of challenges you were facing during the show? Could you share with us?
Well, yeah, I mean, there are always challenges, one thing or another, but today, before the show came on, we realized that we had left the batteries in the microphones, and they went completely dead, and it is time to start the show, and we have no batteries. And so we somehow managed to find a bunch of AA batteries laying around, and we delayed the show about 10 minutes, but we made it, and it kind of put everybody on edge, so they were kind of more excited now. If they weren't awake before that, they were awake now. So, you know, but that's part of show business, and stuff like that happens all the time, you know, and you just roll with it. I mean, I think the students probably panicked a little bit, and I first did too when I realized we don't have any batteries. But then you go, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to talk about the New York Voices Vocal Jazz Camp. We've got time to talk. So, you know, and the audience actually, I think you mentioned it too earlier, people love to see behind the scenes. And so when you just go out there and admit your vulnerabilities and go, well, you know, we've had a little mishap, and they go, oh, you're human. So
exactly. Yeah,
so that's what happened today.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you would like to share with our audience that we might miss?
I would love to say to the audience, I'm so grateful for all of the support that Gold Company and the School of Music at Western Michigan University receives. So please continue your support. Please keep watching in live music, especially. I know audiences are ready to hear live music, but boy, musicians are ready to sing and play live music again. So, you know, when you feel comfortable and safe doing so, please come out and support the artists that you're fans of, and we all really appreciate getting back to that connectivity again. So.
And how people can find information about your show and about you, Rosanna?
Well, let's see.
There's a website.
About me, you can visit rosanaeckert.com, ROSANAECKERT.
And if you want to find out information about Gold Company, you can, of course, follow the Gold Company Facebook page. And also you can learn about us at the School of Music's website. So WMU School of Music, there's a Gold Company page there. And of course there's a tab there for events. So any events, Gold Company, all of the jazz events, all of the classical events. There are some big choral events coming up next week. So you can check those out there too. And you can kind of go by month. So select March and then select April, and you'll see everything that's happening. So it's kind of hard to find ways to reach people now because there are so many different ways. So we appreciate all of the ways in which people find us.
Rosanna and Greg, I appreciate your time for sharing your stories. We appreciate you and thank you so much for giving your time so people can learn more about you and about the show. Well, this concludes this episode of Artist Voices, where we believe it's essential for artist voices to be heard. And again, we are so thankful to Greg, Rosanna, and Faith to sharing their stories with you. Thank you for watching us and see you next time.